Hello everybody, welcome to my redstone testing world. Today we will talk about the redstone repeater, everything about it and some tricks. It's not a very long video, it's a short one, only about the repeater. So if we look to this repeater, you see kind of a torch and then a torch with kind of red space. Because a repeater repeats the redstone signal, you can adjust with the second one the tick delay. So you have a power source, and if you what I told you in the previous episode, that signal will reduce after amount of blocks. And if you what you see over here is this the last output of that torch. And if we place a repeater right here, it will start over again. So it repeats the redstone line. It doesn't repeat the output. So if there is a very low strength of redstone, it will automatically repower the whole source. So it's just like if there's a new redstone torch, but then only in one direction. It only goes in this direction. So if you want to change the redstone direction with a repeater, you need to place a repeater like this, and then your output goes that way. If you have, let's say, a power source on the other hand, on the other side, so we saw it goes this direction, but if we place a redstone torch, a power source, it will not go out the other way. So it's only a one-way system. I made a redstone power source and then a normal redstone line till the end. From there there's no power anymore, so we need a repeater over there. And then over here we have different repeaters and all with different settings. So this whole line is a repeater with a one tick delay. This one has a 2 tick delay, a 3 tick delay and a 4 tick delay. And I will show you by putting on this power source that there are different delays, and you will see the difference in the delay. So you see the left one is way more faster, and then this one is quite close, and every one is slower and slower. Also by turning off, I hope I can show you that as well. You see there is a delay on every one as well. So this is the fastest way to power a source, and every repeater is in delay and every extra tick is in delay as well. Why should you do this? Sometimes you want a double piston extension, then this will help you, because first you need a fast power source, then you want a slow power source for the second redstone output. I will show you that in a small example. So what I made here is a double piston extender, and what will happen if I turn on this lever, the first redstone output will come over here in this block, but nothing will happen. Then a second, this repeater with a standard delay is 1, so this is a 2 tick delay, will power this piston, and this piston will go out. So, and then this piston will be on this spot. This redstone is already on, so it will extend again. I will show you. You see? So first this one goes out, then that one goes out. But for the retraction of the pistons, you want it the opposite way, and that's why we use this system. So first you want to have a retraction of this piston, then you want the retraction of this system, and then you want a quick output input to retract that block again. And I hope you can see it. So you actually saw, and I'm not sure if you saw it, but because it's quite fast happening, I will show you again. And you need to focus on this one because it will go back. So go in, go back, go out, go in. It's very fast. And that's how you can make sure that this redstone, this normal block, can retract from there to there. So this is a small example of a repeater delay. So I showed you how to delay a repeater with your L2 button. Right now I will show you how to lock a repeater. And that's by powering it from the side with another repeater. So turning out, turning off. You see it's changing the repeater. It will lock the repeater, and it will lock the repeater what it's doing at that moment. So I will show you. I power right here this repeater. That lamp is turning on. Right now I lock this repeater, and there is nothing changing right now. It's only locked. And if I now turn off this power source, it stays locked. So it's actually helping sometimes when you have a weak power source, what is turning on your repeater but then go off, like because the sun is shining in the end, and it's turning it on. Another system will turn on this lock system, and in the night this lamp is still on. I just a basic example. It's not very much used, but it's good to know that there is an option. If I now turn off this lock, then the repeater will function as before. You can also use this the other way around by first locking the repeater. There's no power source right now. I turn on this power source and there's still no power source. This repeater is locked at the moment he was off. And right now it's working again, normal. This is a basic example what you can do extra with the repeater. Maybe it can help you with some contraption. As last, I will tell you something about this. This is a basic, very old way of making a kind of a clock, a pulsing clock for your dropper or dispenser. It works like this. You turn it on once, and then because of the small delays, we have a kind of a pulsing system. I can then show you it with this lamp. Not yet. Every time it goes on and off, on and off. And you can change this by delaying a few of your redstone outputs. If you want to stop it, break one of your redstone and place it again. If you then delay more of those, so let's say we delay the beginning, and right now it's a slower clock that's ticking. You can make it smaller, then it's faster, but of course there are more and more compactor ways to do this, but that's not with repeaters. Last part, actually I told this in the last episode I made of the redstone tutorial. A repeater is able to retract a soft and a hard powered block, his power source. So if you turn on this block, it can retract the signal of that block. But it also works when you have a redstone line going into a block. So that's a soft powering block, and still you can retract that power source from that block. Good way, just a small reminder that that's an option. If you want to know more about it, just watch the previous redstone tutorial. The redstone basic tutorial is that. So in the background you see everything we talked about today. Thank you all guys for watching. This was the repeater tutorial of the redstone basics. I will do more redstone basic tutorial. I guess the next one, and a very important one, will be the comparator. Thanks you all guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.